Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod and this is part 6 of Doom and we've got some dialogue.
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the explosion. The pipeline is damaged but still intact. There are thrust boots in the maintenance hangar. You can use them to traverse the pipeline.
Demonic presence.
Right, so yes, it's Doom part 6. It's the level, what is it? Argent Energy Tower. I'm having to look at my schedule thing to tell you what the name of the episode is, or the name of the level. You know from the title of the video, obviously, before you click on it, what the name of it is. I don't know why I bothered doing that, but there. Anyway, I mentioned in the last episode that came out on the 31st of January that towards the end I was finishing, I was talking about something to do with headsets. By the way, if you've never seen one of these videos before, if you're watching just part 6 and you're like, what the hell is this walkthrough, playthrough, whatever thing, it's basically where I just talk over the game while I'm playing through it, but during it I am showing you where some of the, well, how to kill the enemies obviously, and also where some of the walkthrough collectibles and stuff are. I'll point them out when we get there to them, or you can just see them, you can see how I get to them, but yeah, if you're expecting like a proper walkthrough thing where I'm just like, this is where this collectible is, I recommend you watch Maka's or Mika's guide, because basically that's what I used. This was completely intense. I'm not trying to like rip it off or whatever, because I have been doing first person shooter stuff like this before. I did it with all the Halos apart from basically the first one, where the first couple of episodes of the first Halo. What happened is, on this channel, I was doing the commentary live for the first Halo, and then, unfortunately, I kept dying or something in it, and it was just really annoying, and I was like, this isn't a good Let's Play. However, it's probably a better thing if I just take the footage that I've recorded, and commentate over it, and just narrate what is happening. I find that a lot easier to do. So, that is what I have done, basically. There we go, you've got to get that, and then you get these boots in here, so these are mandatory to get, basically. So, yeah, there you go. They now let you double jump, that's very helpful. I like how our mission objective is kill Olivia Pierce. So, yeah, that's what we will be doing in this mission, apart from the fact that, spoiler alert, we will not, because we won't be killing her. We've got another rune trial here. I don't know why. I again forgot that the message to start the trial is in the top right hand corner. I need to get onto this headset story because now it's spanned over 2 episodes and I need to mention it. But I'll explain the trial first because this one was a pain, so just wait. But yeah, you essentially get 2 seconds for every enemy that you kill, but it's only for like a maximum of 7 seconds. I might have got 8 somehow at one point, but I can't remember. I think it's always meant to be like a maximum of 7 though. But basically, I was following Maka's guide or Mika's guide, and unfortunately, I kept failing it because he was going through there, and that was not the way to go. You go around the outside like that, and that is basically the perfect thing. Here we go, 26 out of 30. I was like, this took me like, I don't know, 6-7 attempts to do this because I was following his guide and it just wasn't working. I forgot you also need to press X to exit this, by the way, if you're wondering why this takes a long time to exit. I mean, you can see the loading screen at the thing, but yeah, I forgot you need to press X to get out of it. Or E on Xbox, I guess it would be. But yeah, anyway, so this story that I started in part 5 and I'm now going to finally get to finish in part 6. I thought I had more time at the end of part 5, so that's why I started it. So, back in the day, back when I had back with the old Insane Gamers channel, when we first started, I had a Triton headset that I had for my Xbox 360. I mean, I can't remember if it was PS3 compatible, I want to say it was, but whatever, anyway, the point is I had this headset, it was perfect, and I used that. And then I got a Corsair Raptor HS40 headset, which, one thing I want to say, the Triton headset, it wasn't great build quality wise, but also at the same time as that, it was also me as a teenager when I had that at the first time, so that could have just been me being a little bit rough with the thing itself. the Corsair headset, bloody hell. I was not rough with that. I was very careful. And yet I still went through 3 of them. And the reason for that is, well, it wasn't deliberate. It's just that I think Corsair themselves would admit that they had problems. I mean, I mentioned it on Reddit to one of the community managers of Corsair, and he was like, we don't make these. We literally just rebrand them, and they are awful. Like, we've just stopped. We don't sell these brand new anymore. But we'll replace them if you have warranty issues. So I went through 3 of those things in 2 years, right? And you know what was happening? I was plugging them into my PC, and the speakers would just pop and go. They'd just explode, basically, and stop working. And yeah, so I went through 3 of those things, which yeah, it's a weird thing to say. Oh, I say 3. I think it's more like I went through 2, and I think I still have my my 3rd pair. But then again, I ended up getting this Steel Series headset. But why I went for this? Why I went for the Blue Snowball microphone, which is what I'm speaking to you with, is because I think I went for the Corsair headset, and I think the issue is that I wanted a headset where I was able to hear this is the issue. I need to sort of get a headset where I can plug it in USB wise, and also plug it in with audio. That way you wouldn't have any echo. I just really need a pair of headphones that I can plug in that use a standard headphone jack. Because the issue is when I'm trying to record is basically, if you don't want an echo, it's got to be over my ears. But the issue there is that the headsets that I do have, they're USB based. And I think the issue with the Corsair headset was that it would... I don't know if it's the Steel Series or the Corsair headset. I think it was the Corsair one where I was just like, I have to get a Blue Snowball because I can't deal with this. Because I ended up getting the Blue Snowball literally like a week or 2 afterwards. Like literally, I ended up getting the first Corsair headset I think I got for Christmas. And then I think I ended up getting the Blue Snowball with Christmas money. Like literally, I was just like, I need this. I wish I hadn't gone for the Corsair headset. It's a bad idea, basically. I think the issue with it is that I was using it, and it would play your voice through the speakers, but obviously on a delay. And the idea of that is so you could, like, it wouldn't do it if you were using it as like an actual game headset on the Xbox or whatever. It would only do it if you were recording. And I was like, this is so annoying. I literally cannot deal with this. And yeah, so I ended up getting the Blue Snowball. So yeah, that's that story. And now I have a Steel Series headset, which I got because it's wireless, and that's probably a bad idea because it means I can't actually plug it into my my PC, into my monitor to get the audio. Because I use PC monitor for so it doesn't have speakers in it, but obviously to hear things I need to have speakers. So I have a soundbar that's actually, funny enough, the soundbar is actually upside down. I have to put the soundbar upside down because of the way that the power cable... Is it the power cable or the audio cable? One of the cables that plugs in. If it was the other way, I think it's the audio cable, because if it was... It's not long enough if it was the right way up, because obviously that flipped the side of it. So I think that was the reason why I had to flip that upside down. So technically the right audio channel comes out the left. But whatever, it's not something that is really a problem. But yeah, that's an interesting fact about my setup. But yeah, so I apologise if if you watch other videos on the channel and you're like, oh, I hear an echo, and I apologise in the episodes when that happens, but if I think there's an echo. But yeah, it's just sort of something that I can't really deal with unless I get some... I mean, I have like some cheap headphones that, came with a mobile phone or whatever, that when the headphone jack and stuff, but the issue is I would have to plug those into the PC every time I wanted to record, and also it'd be quite terrible for sound, and you might even get bleed back through those. So I have no idea what the hell to do. I don't know if I should just get like a decent pair, or I say decent, like £30 or whatever, pair of headphones that are just regular audio. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get a cutscene in a second. I don't know if you noticed the edit. There was also there's a challenge, by the way, as well, that I completed. I don't know if you guys noticed. Which was, well, that was a challenge there, but also there was a challenge for, what was it? It was for killing the imps, but you had to kill them from behind. That was how you did it. The thing is,
that's an Argent accumulator she's carrying. She'll try to use it to open a portal manually into hell.
While the Argent Tower is non-functional, the connection to their dimension is still viable. We are at great risk, Dr. Hayden.
Sorry about that. It's like I knew the bloody cutscene was coming up, and yet I continued talking. So yeah, there was such a pain to kill because you had to kill them from behind, and it was just so annoying to deal with. But we got more dialogue here.
Hello, and welcome to the UAC, home of the patented Argent Energy Filtration System developed by Dr. Olivia Pierce. We are the only corporation with this technology, able to convert pure hell energy into clean, controllable Argent energy. It powers this facility and is broadcast throughout the universe from Argent Tower, providing all the energy a family needs to live a fun and productive life on Earth and the surrounding colonies. But we can't do it alone. It takes a team to make it happen.
But yeah, you saw the auto map, you saw the health station, so those are things that you can collect. There's one over. There's a thing earlier on you probably saw. I don't think I mentioned it, but it's, you know, the bit where you get more health or armor or ammo, where, you know, the crystal thing that you pick up, whatever you want to call it. That's a quad damage thing that I just picked up there. There's 3 of those on the level. There's a challenge for killing 15 enemies with them. Micah, or Maker, whatever you want to say, his guide was basically like, oh, you can get loads of easy kills on this one with them. I don't know, actually. I don't know if I'd agree with him, to be honest. And then again, if the challenge works the same as the bloody imp one did, then you could effectively just go back to, because that was the thing with the imps, is there was such a pain to kill with the back. I actually kept killing the same imp 4 different times. I just restarted. I went last checkpoint, and then every single time it acted like I'd killed him before, because I had, and it let me do it again. And I don't know if that's supposed to happen or if it just glitched, but yeah, that was a thing. I like how I sort of took him to a glory kill mode. There we go, momentum shift. I don't know what that's a trophy for. I should check. I would check true trophies and tell you what that's a trophy for, because I want to know. Some of them are obvious, obviously, but some of them are not. So what was that a trophy for? Momentum shift. It is a trophy for, I've just got all 4 of them up, but that I earned in this playthrough that I got here. Momentum shift is upgrade a rune. I can't remember how. I guess it was how I killed them then. But yeah, we got Ardent Overload, which I think we get later on, which is for fully upgrading health, armor, or ammo capacity. Then we get one for completing this level, so I'm not going to mention that yet. And then we get one for earning a rune, which was a gift for Beyond. Right. So there we go. As you can see, there's a challenge: Overkiller, kill 15 demons using quad damage. But we've got Cryopractor, or Chiropractor. How is that word pronounced? I can't remember. But yeah, and then we've got Searching High and Low, which is for completing 3 secrets. But Cryopractor was for 4 net kills, basically, with on an imp. Attack from behind, basically, is what it says. So that's what you have to do. And like I said, I just copied it. I don't know if when I paused it like that, I was actually looking at the the guide, and because normally I would edit that out, but I guess that was useful to keep in because it was telling you what the challenges were. Normally what I do is I shouldn't say spoilers. If you ever see me stop and then move, which is quite often, what that is it's me pressing the pause button and then looking at the guide, effectively. That's all that is. Because when you press the pause button, the game stays still. Sometimes when you press the pause button in the game, stuff carries on in the background, or the weapon or the HUD fades off, and it's very easy to see that there was an edit. Not with this game. You can literally just you can tell there's an edit whenever I die because it doesn't perfectly sync up, unlike Halo. Well, Halo Infinite didn't perfectly sync up, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. Previous Halo games, you could always perfectly sync it up when you died. You always spawned in the same spot. You just stopped moving. But I think when you pressed pause, not that I ever had to do that in Halo, I don't think, but unless I was called to do something. But yeah, if you hit pause, I think in Halo the HUD disappeared or whatever. So that was always a thing that was kind of annoying. But not in this game. It's the other way around. When you hit pause, the HUD stays on. Well, it doesn't stay on, but it doesn't fade out or anything. This is like this platforming section here is exactly why I think you basically need the double jump boots. I don't know if they are absolutely necessary. I suspect they are. I wouldn't tell you to get them if they weren't. But yeah, that was another secret that we got there. The orange guy, the little toy. Now that means, of course, we've got to fall back down there and do more platforming again. I don't know why I'm making this more difficult for myself. There's twice, well, not twice, there's a couple of times I actually end up doing that to get a bloody secret. But I wanted to get them all. I mean, it would probably involve me playing through the first 2 levels again to get all the secrets, but I don't know. Oh, there we go, that's where I was supposed to be going. That's the correct place of where you're supposed to be going, and then you go in here, and then in a second we're sort of going to have a cutscene. I'm counting it as a cutscene even though it's not really one. Well, it is. It's a cutscene, but it's not. There's no dialogue or anything in it.
Presence at unsafe levels.
I saw that and I was thinking, oh god, this is going to be like God of War, where we're going to have a massive bloody boss battle, aren't we? Nope. Not at all. No boss battle here. He's actually reasonably easy to kill. There's actually another quad damage I was rushing for. You'll see me rush for it in a second. Unfortunately, I didn't get the challenge with this one. But yeah, it's the thing is that all the enemies. I mean, look, I'm like almost halfway through, and I haven't even shot an enemy with it yet. It was just they just didn't follow me to where the quad damage thing was, so it wasn't great. I managed to get 3 of them with it, but yeah, it just kind of sucked. Maybe if you can actually restart, like load up a checkpoint and then do it that way, like if that works like it did with the imp thing, then maybe you could do that real easy with that first one. But yeah, it was just really annoying, really. In fact, I think you can, because I think I did actually end up. I'll have to check when we get to that point. But when we get to the 3rd one, I think I did actually end up. I can't remember if I died and then it counted or what. I think I ended up dying in a gunfight, but then the challenge was still complete. So that doesn't help me if for me to tell you if you can load a checkpoint and then have it effectively count, but it does tell you that essentially completing the challenge works like that. Basically, you know, if you complete the challenge and then you die, the challenge still counts, even if it's in the same area where the challenge was. Yeah, see, they're really not difficult to kill. I mean, I like how you do that, and he essentially just blows himself up. There we go. The Mancubus is what the name of those enemies are. I'm not going to remember that, but yeah, these guys are a pain. I hate them. I like how we essentially kill them by moving the mini turret gun or whatever into their face. I do like that glory kill animation. They're also the, if you haven't noticed, they're the thumbnail icon that I use from the screenshot. It's not my screenshot, it's just I search. Well, if you want to know what where my screenshots for the thumbnails come from, but bonus secret, I may as well I'm telling you them all, right? If you want to know where that comes from, basically I just search for I search for name of game, press photos, or press images, and then normally there's a bunch of them on Google Images, and they just they give you press photos to use, and because they want you to use them, they don't have like any. Well, they do have copyright issues in the fact that they're video game images, and obviously you don't own them. But you know, you can use them. They're not going to just be like, oh, this is a game that you know, this is a screenshot from someone else's video on YouTube. So then they'll try and remove the thumbnail. That's not a thing that happens. I think that was me checking the challenge there, like right now, basically being like, oh yeah, I've killed 12 out of 15. That's alright. I guess I can make it by the last one, because what Mika said was that basically the last one is the most difficult one to get all the to kill anyone with, which I would disagree with him on, actually, based on how it went. But yeah. Now, as we carry on here, we're going to be getting to some platforming bits, which, you know, my belief in first-person platforming. I said it in the last episode. I might have even said it at the start of this one. I don't think so, but I may have, because it's hard to remember sometimes what you've said when you've been recording for over 20 minutes. Don't know what that was about there while I was doing that, but guess I was just trying to entertain myself while I waited for this lift to fall down. We're actually going to get some dialogue in a second here, so I'll shut up for that.
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent ring, she could open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
Again, no idea what they actually said now, because I've muted the audio for the purposes of recording, but yeah, I'm sure it was excellent. Perfect jump there that I actually did, I'm surprised. Unfortunately, that's going to be all for nothing in a second, because there's a collectible, that is, as you can see, down there. It's sort of, you can see it right in the centre of that thing, so you've got to sort of fall into it. There we go, a little Doom Guy collectible toy thing. This animation's supposed to play when you get them, but unfortunately I just seem to sort of like skip it in the past couple of ones, and then you've got to get back onto there. Now if you fall all the way down to the ground, you will die, so you need to be very careful. I landed on that as I needed to, but it meant I had to do this climbing section here again, and then jump over, and alas on this one, nope, didn't work that time. Got to go back up and do it. And then we've done it there, and now I've got to jump over here. Nope, didn't work there. For some reason I was like, oh, did I make it first go on the second time? I couldn't remember. Nope, missed there again. This is what I mean by I hate first-person platforming in this game. It's just, ugh. This game would be much better if it did not have to deal with that, but yeah. Something that we have to deal with. I was actually reading that Doom Eternal is definitely more story based than this. Don't know how true that is, obviously not played it since, well, not played it at all. I mean, I own it, but not played it. It's just one of these things where I'm just like, it's a game that I'm gonna do on the channel. Perhaps when this is finished. It depends. I know I've always done the sequel to a game after a game is finished, but I've been recording a bunch of things recently, other games that I want to, that I've been meaning to play, like Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, for example, Gran Turismo 1, Gran Turismo 6 I'm bringing back because that was on the channel. You've got to jump over that, by the way. This is the sort of annoying thing where I was like, what the hell, where am I supposed to be going? Let's try and figure it out. But yeah, Sly Cooper, like all these games are grounded on the Xbox One. Like all these games I've been meaning to play, and it's just like, oh, I may as well just record them and then deal with them after the fact. I get, like, you know, record them and just schedule them when I have a free slot open. So that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm playing those games now while I'm, well, not while I'm playing this, obviously that'd be crazy trying to play 2 games at the same time. I have actually done that, by the way, though. I have once played a game, not on the channel or for anything, but I have definitely once played a game where I have played the I've played like a PSP game while there was a loading screen on a game if it took a long time or whatever, like a quick game where I can have a quick round of something, or matchmaking basically, you know, like if I was waiting for a Halo match to start, do that, like have a quick game on the PSP, like say I'm playing Burnout. Well, I am playing Burnout Dominator on the PSP at the moment, but it's not. I'm not playing it, if you know what I mean. Like it's the sort of thing where I do like 1 race a day. It's not like, ooh, I'm gonna do like, and also it's not for the channel, obviously. It's just, this is the thing when you're doing channel. I know I say like, oh, I only play games on this channel now. I don't really play games if I'm not for the channel anymore. But there are games that I do play by myself that I don't really realise it, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll have like a quick like 30-minute go of Sims 4, for example, or, like, you know, or I'll be playing, I can't believe I missed that rocket launcher shot, by the way, as well. That really annoyed me. But yeah, or I'll have a race on Burnout Dominator. But I don't, like, in my mind, I'm not counting these as like video games that I'm playing, because I'm not deliberately, like, I know you can't really finish The Sims, but you know what I mean, like, I'm not deliberately going for it, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a sort of thing where I can pick it up and put it down. Like I have, I say used to, because my PSP is hacked. It technically means you don't have to run games off the disc, and you can just download them for players. I shouldn't really mention that, but you know, any game that I play on the channel, I will actually own it. But you know, games that I just want to play by myself. You know, sometimes like, if it's on a system where it's hacked like that, and it's just something I'm going to briefly play, and especially if it's really expensive, like I say really expensive. How much is Outrun? Sorry about the noise here. It's just I really need to get this sorted, don't I? This keyboard slide out thing that's on my desk. How much is Outrun 2006 on the PSP? Right. Okay. So, the PS2 version of Outrun 2006 is £8. I own the PS2 version of Outrun 2006. It's a good game. I enjoyed it. The PSP version is £10. Okay, that's not as expensive as I was thinking. I thought it was like 20, but maybe CX have reduced it. Maybe I was looking on eBay for prices of it when I thought it was 20. Because if eBay is selling it for like, if people on eBay are selling it for 20 and CX is selling it for 10, I might actually end up getting it from CX. The issue with CX though is that when you get games, they don't always include. Oh, by the way, there's a thing here. Here we go. This I think will allow us to finally upgrade and fully and earn that trophy that I mentioned earlier. How much is Outrun 2006 on the PS2? Outrun 2006 PS2 PSP. Here we go. Right. So yeah, right now there are people selling it for £20. Yes, 18, 22.99. There's £25. So yeah, I should actually probably get that from CX. And the issue with CX, and by the way, it's a used video game retailer in the UK. The issue is that they don't really tell you what the game is going to be like, as in like they don't tell you the condition. They tell you the condition for like Nintendo 64 stuff and whatever, you know, they'd be like, oh, this game is boxed, this game is mint, this game is the thing is though with it is that this game is unboxed, but they don't do that with other stuff. Like I've got Wii games that like what did I get? Was it it wasn't Mario Galaxy, there was one of the, was it Mario Party 8? How much was it? Was it Mario Party 8? Yeah, Mario Party 8, I spent 18 quid on it, right? From CX, and all they gave me was the case and the disc, and I'm just so like, by the way, that's how you get to the lever for this level. Now you may think, where the hell is the lever? It's right down at the bottom. You got to go back down here. So it's sort of annoying in that manner, but yeah. So yeah, Mario Party 8, I ended up buying it, and I was like, really, 18? I'm paying £18 for this game, and it doesn't even include the manual. Just, I know those games now, I mean Doom didn't come with a manual, but it didn't come with one in the first place. But if you know a game comes with a manual, I want the game with the manual. I want the case, I want the disc, I want whatever. If I'm buying a physical copy of the game, that's what I want. I want everything that came with it. But that's not what happened. Basically, I, didn't come with the manual, so I'm sort of annoyed with that. There's another Mario game that I ended up getting that doesn't come with. I don't know if it's Mario Galaxy or no, that was it. It was Mario at the Olympic Games. How much is that? It was the London 2012 Olympic Games. Okay. Oh no, they only sell it for 8, so that's fine. There was one. It's just like I actually ended up finding that in a charity shop for £1 recently, like, and it actually included the manual and whatever. I was like, even though I already own this, I'm just gonna buy it. I don't care. Like, I'll do that sometimes if I find a game cheap. I'll just get a copy if it includes the manual. Like, I'm that kind of person. But yeah, so I've now shown you how to get to the lever, the classic Doom levels that's on this one. This is what I mean by platform. Like, this is just so annoying to deal with. And then you got to run across there, and you need to figure that out. Obviously, you don't have that long to do it. I was worried that I was going to fall off here. You don't, luckily enough. But it is just annoying in the fact that you just got to run across here like this. I like how the one in the centre, does it go? No, the ones in the centre don't actually go there. I don't know if you noticed. You've got to jump, climb up here like this, and then figure out the way that you've got to go. And this isn't even the one that you got to go to. Because you see, I was looking at the guide, I was like, that's where you got to go. Nope, you got to climb up one of these, but you got to climb up the one that has the green lights on it. I mean, the game does tell you vaguely where to go with these green lights, but it's just annoying. And sometimes, you're not really looking at where they are. You've got to be very careful here you don't get. I don't know if this can kill you or not, but I suspect that it would certainly damage your health if you went into it. Of course, there's an enemy here that's I can't believe I missed him there, but yeah, I was hoping that this might actually electrocute them, but they don't go anywhere near it, sadly. I wanted to try it. I love how I blasted him off the edge. Of that was certainly something. But yeah, anyway, so I have like Doom Eternal that I don't know if this will be immediately afterwards, or if I'm gonna be after this game is finished and this slot is opened effectively, if I'm going to replace it with one of the other games that I'm doing at the moment. I reckon I'll probably do that, to be honest. I want to do Doom Eternal, but it's just, when you think, no, what do I want to do on the channel? And, like, I have games I want to play, and just I'm not playing them, so that's why I was like, well, I may as well just record videos even if they're going to come out, months, maybe even a year from now, if it means that I'm playing them and I'm actually, having fun with them. Because, it's not like I'm not having fun with Doom or GTA or whatever, but when they are quite long games, like, I want to do Pokemon at some point on the channel, but I know that if I ever do Pokemon on the channel, that it's going to be like, it's going to be a long game and it's going to take up a lot of slots. So I say a lot of slots as if like I'm going to be doing it like 4 times a week. No, what I mean by that is it's going to take up many weeks. Many. It might take up like an entire year. Like, when was the first GTA? Like, I mean, I know I was doing them only once a week. Back when it was the Insane Gamers channel. But I like how I'm just looking this up when I'm playing. And this is what I did do in Halo. I just talked and I didn't really focus on the game. Because the gameplay speaks for itself, and if you want to find out where the stuff is in the guide, you can see. You don't need me going, oh, it's here, here, and here. That's, you know, that's the thing. And there's no point me being like, oh, I'm shocked that this happened, because it's not live commentary, so what's the point? You know? Anyway, so we have... What do we have? Right, so I'm looking for Grand Theft Auto 4 episodes on the channel. There's 61 of them. Apparently. They're on there right now. Makes sense. When did the first one come out? I know one of them was technically not actually a mission. It was where we got drunk. The first one came out on the 11th of February 2022. On this channel anyway. Might have come out, but it definitely came out earlier on the old Insane Gamers channel. Oh, by the way, this is a room trial. I don't know why I wasn't looking at the screen for that, but yeah, this is reasonably easy. You just gotta, like, they walk towards you. So if you sort of walk near an explosive barrel, you will easily kill them. I mean, there you go. See, done. But yeah, so we got the 11th of February and 22. So what? That's next week. Will that be a year from now? I mean, I'm going to have to look. I'm recording this in October 22, but just, you know, like, yeah, it'll be next Saturday. It'll be a year since GTA 4 started on the channel. And I'm about halfway through the game, maybe? I mean, yes, I'm only doing 1 episode a week, or I was only doing 1 episode a week at the time, but it's just, when you think of it like that, it's just like, if I want to do another game, it's going to take forever, you know, if I was just doing it normally. That's why I did double, that's why when it became RobtheMod, I decided I was doing double episodes, to just basically get through stuff quicker. It needs to be done, basically. Don't do what I did there. That was a stupid idea, because that's not where you're supposed to go. This is the way that you're supposed to go, basically. You climb up, you jump across instead of to the left, and then you can jump. Well, this is the way you're actually supposed to go. But the secret is basically back where we were. So you go back down, and as you can see, it's up here, there, and then behind us the other side, and then jump up there. That is how you get to him. I think that's the last one that we need to get for this. I could be wrong in this level anyway. But there we go. We go back. Now the thing is, we're going to be crawling back up this again, because there's yet another secret that we need to do that involves going back down. So yeah, but we're going to get some dialogue in a second here.
You cannot stop me from claiming what I am owed! What I was promised!
Right, as you can see, if you look up to the top, you will have seen those red things. That's where you're actually supposed to shoot. But if you go here, you basically, when you fall, you basically hold the left stick forward so you land up in here. Otherwise, you will just fall to your death, presumably. This gives you this weapon, the gauze cannon, which I imagine works like the one in Halo. I don't know. I haven't really used it on an enemy. But there you go. You have to do that, and then you can jump over. But as you can see, we're back down at the bottom. Now, you don't want to, if you want to get that, you do not, and I repeat, not Do not shoot those red things, because you'll see in a second what that will do when we climb back up. But yeah, if you want that secret, that's how you get to it. So that's useful information to know. I like how I took a bit of impact there from that. I guess the train hit me, and then I was like, where am I supposed to be going? Nope, climb up here. That's where you're supposed to go. Like that, Robert. And then back up here. And here we go. Now I'm actually going to shoot these things, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to jump up here, but as you can see, there is a... That's the elevator. It's trapped up there. So as soon as you do that, it will fall, and it will stop you getting access to...
Welcome to the UAC, opening the gates of hell with the key to the future.
This is not the end! It's only the beginning!
Annoyingly, I didn't see that coming because it was right on the edge of the bloody thing as it... Because I'm zoomed in on the editing program. As the audio is recorded, it moved along, and I didn't actually see that there was a cutscene coming up. It was essentially, it moved the page over, and yeah, that kind of sucked. That was really annoying that happened. So apologies about that, but yeah, don't shoot the elevator. Basically, it will fall, and supposedly if it falls, you won't be able to get your secret. So I recommend not doing that. You can see how much ammo I've basically used here. I actually tried to go for the pistol. I don't know if you noticed that for him. I also dislike the fact that he took 3 rockets there. Yeah, I guess I solved the challenge then, because the first time I did it, I got the quad damage thing, and I guess it gave me the challenge. Now the ending of this mission is very different than the previous ones. I honestly wasn't expecting it. Even though I was watching the guide, I wasn't expecting it. I don't know why. I paused before the end, so I didn't see the ending. But yeah, so I will warn you about the ending for this, because obviously the previous ones, you just hit the thing, it exits the level. Not with this one. You will essentially get, well, not blown up, but I could hear this countdown in the background, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then, well, something happens, and you'll see, basically. It'll be even more shocking here, because I don't have any audio. So I don't know when it happens. But there we go, it just fades to white, and that happens, it ends. So yeah, I have been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 6 of Doom on the PlayStation 4. I will see you next week for part 7, hopefully, and ta-ra.